When I was 43, I had a vision that I did not understand at all. Women dancing in white and smiling and happy and laughing, but it was on a slave ship. You're walking along one day, you're minding your business, someone comes along, and the next thing you know, you wake up, you're in chains, you have no idea what's going on. If you can imagine yourself, first off, in the bottom of a ship, not in a place where you know what's going on. You're in the hull, in the bottom of a ship. And so you had to make that trip across the Atlantic to get to those different places. And you don't know what you're going to find when you get there either. The first thing you had to do was be convinced that you're no longer human. So people couldn't treat you like a person. You are now owned by someone, and that person or family or entity now controls your every move. These were people with talents and knowledge and gifts that could be exploited. If nobody had to get paid a salary, everything they make is pure profit. People became incredibly wealthy, and to this day are still living off of those riches. There would be no semblance of America that stands today without those people who made that trip against their will. This was a huge worldwide criminal enterprise. Still, in spite of everything, people had hope, people had families, the people, the love, that was what they had. Because of them, we are. I feel like I owe them. So the tactics used and the resulting life all endured have left a mark of pain on all of the generations that have followed. So it makes it harder. Once you've survived the trauma, it's really hard to differentiate between the past and the present. So you have to change your physical state in order to change your mental outcomes. This trauma that's been implanted on our DNA can be reversed by reversing the trip that brought this trauma with it. I had gone to Europe, and I went to the Bahamas. And then I came back to Charleston, and, in the midst of all its beauty and abundance, same thing that happened in the Bahamas happened in Charleston. Charleston is a lot like Europe, believe it or not. It was just very sad. It felt very oppressed and depressed and just soul stirring. Woke up the next day and I had a very clear vision that I have to go back. And I have to go back on a ship. I have to reverse the Middle Passage because the trauma is still everywhere. I would like to have workshops and classes every day. You must have some fun every day. So dance and physical activities also release emotion. Art, music, singing, writing, acting. These are all creative ways to release emotion as well. You're not alone. You're not alone. But you're going to conquer it. And you're going to see when you get there on the other side.